Well, looks like what I said in my last video turned out to be correct so far. This episode was truly great, and I really mean that. I'm so excited for this season, and it's great to have a My Hero Academia season open with an episode that isn't a filler. The opening theme for this arc was really well animated, although the music didn't really fit the tone. It's still really well done nonetheless. We get really beautiful and symbolic moments as we usually do in these openings, as well as just badass ones like we see with Bakugo and Todoroki. They actually pretty much straight up show some manga panel colorings or such of Shigaraki, which I thought were really menacing and a cool preview of what's to come. Anyways, onto the actual episode. The brief recap did a good job at further building tension and excitement about the war. I usually don't enjoy these too much, but it was really well done in my opinion. It's then explained how the Paranormal Liberation Front is now split into different regiments, each with characters such as Dabi and Geten as lieutenants leading. In the next chunk of the episode, Twice and Hawks' relationship was portrayed perfectly. It's tragic that Twice is so innocently trusting of him while Hawks is putting on an act to deceive him. The two really seem to get along, and we can see that Hawks is conflicted about the situation, but has been trained his entire life to carry on and complete the mission. And so he does. As Twice thanks him and calls him a good guy, he's running calculations in his head regarding the situation, but responds politely all the same. It's explained that Twice is the person the heroes needed to be most careful of, as after overcoming his trauma in the My Villain Academia arc, of course, he is now a powerful threat. Hawks has preyed on Twice's good nature this entire time to get information out of him. And no one working to help his buddies is a bad guy, right, Hawks? Let's fly where we want together. This whole dynamic is really haunting and heartbreaking, even more so than in the manga. The music is great here too and does a great job at building the atmosphere. I honestly got a little emotional seeing Twice as just absolute good nature being preyed upon, and it really makes you wonder who the heroes truly are in this situation. Like, is Twice really that bad for wanting to help his friends when Hawks is the one exploiting him? Of course, Twice is still a villain and has done bad things, but it just makes you think about the situation when he is so good-natured. Dr. Garaki is exposed as All For One's right-hand man and the scientist behind the Nomu. The heroes begin planning their assault and split up into two groups, those groups being Team Endeavor and Team Edgeshot. Team Endeavor is tasked with arresting Dr. Garaki at Jakku Hospital, while Team Edgeshot will storm the Gunga Mountain Village, which is the Paranormal Liberation Front's hideout. The two will happen at the same time, and this sets up things really perfectly and is portrayed in a very well, easy to understand way. Now on to the day of the war, we see the two teams preparing their assault, each with the help of certain students as well. There's a rear guard and then frontal assault groups within Team Edgeshot and Team Endeavor respectively. Kaminari has a really funny moment of panic as he's at the front of a team and yells out that he wants to be with his class and misses everyone. The only other person from Class A in Team Edgeshot's group that is at this frontal line with him is Tokoyami. So yeah, this is a really cool moment for Kaminari, and he's gonna have some more to come in this arc. Back at the hospital, Dr. Garaki is approached by Team Endeavor. Aizawa uses erasure on him and he ages drastically. Present Mike has a really cool moment where he's upset about how the doctor is using these abilities and screams at his face so hard that his glasses actually shatter. He asks what he did to his friend Shirakumo, who is now Kurogiri, and then Aizawa also restrains him and says some badass lines. His seriousness is portrayed perfectly here as they're both very upset as to what they found out actually happened to their best friend Shirakumo, who again now is Kurogiri. Next is when the war really begins. The music is chilling as Nomu appeared. Dr. Garaki was revealed to be a duplicate by Twice. The animation is fantastic here, as we see Mirako destroying Nomu on her way to Shigaraki's containment chamber. Before the doctor and Shigaraki can warp, Mirako barges in, killing the transportation Nomu. And that's it for the first episode of Season 6. I don't even know what to say. This episode was an amazing start to what I hope will be the best season of MHA yet. The ending was also emotional, the ending theme of course, with more symbolism such as Hawks being the only hero to keep his head down. This is because of all the dirty work he does as the number 2 hero. If you couldn't tell, I absolutely love this episode, and I hope you did as well. Please comment your thoughts, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one.